All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to begin the program. Again, you guys can continue to eat. But first and foremost, let's give a Zoom and Dory one more round of applause. Great music going on tonight. Really glad you guys continue to enjoy your meal. Please help me in welcoming the Honorable Harold Perrin, Mayor of the great city of Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Thank you very much. I walked in and I saw the mask. I didn't know if I was in the right place or not. But being a politician, you have to be careful. But anyway, seriously, it's an honor and privilege for me to be here with you all this evening. And Ed said it very eloquent in the invitation. And that is that you give above and beyond your time to someone else that is in need. I'll never forget when I was teaching school, University of Memphis, that someone told me something that still sticks in my mind to this day. And he said, here's what you need to do in life. He said, go do something for somebody else that can't do anything for you. And that's exactly what you all have been doing here. The number of hours that I worked on this program, the hours of volunteerism that you give to this city is absolutely incredible. And I'm going to give you a little secret tonight. About 2 weeks ago, every year at our winter conference through the Arkansas Municipal League, they choose certain cities based on what the city has done in volunteerism. It's called the Volunteerism Award, a big award. And I'm pleased to tell you, thanks to you all, that your city, the city of Jonesboro, has won for the second time the Volunteerism Award of the year. And we'll pick that up in Rogers, Arkansas in January. So you give yourself a great hand. You know, I started looking at the brochure and visiting with that. And first, let me stop and say something. Of course, Miss Emma. Yeah, right here. Right here. Gotta get my eyes on Miss Emma. Let me tell you something. When I started becoming mayor and visiting and working with this program, Miss Emma is unreal. You all know that. Many of you in this room know her very personally in her work. But she is doing an outstanding job and has always done a great job for the city of Jonesboro. And she put all this gala, all of her departments been out here probably all day. So let's give a big round of applause to Miss Emma. But I looked at this deal and I started thinking about what is volunteer, what are we really doing? What are you all doing for the community? So I wrote down some things. I don't like to read it all, particularly speeches, but I want just, I have to not deviate from this because it's extremely important for what's been written here this evening. It says that you feed the hunger, that you tutor and you mentor our children. You serve those in need. You lift up the spirits of the sick. You coach young leaders. You provide human capital for fundraisers. And the list probably could go on and on and on what you do. Way beyond what people are expected to do for the city. Volunteerism is the ultimate expression, in my opinion, of human relationships. People that is really acting on behalf of their community solely because they have a desire to help the community and the people within the community. And I've always said in my speeches, in Jonesboro, Arkansas, and folks I have talked in the state, I've talked at the nation's capital, in many of these places, that Jonesboro, Arkansas is probably the most loving, benevolent community that I have ever been in. And I can tell you that if there's a real need for people in this town, it will be taken care of. And you all have proved that over and over again. So, again, the reality, I think, is that the warm hearts that you have, and you have to have that here. I've always said that you do not fake love. It comes from the heart, and you cannot, it's always there. It shines, it glows, right? In fact, we always say that God is good, what? All the time. All the time. Amen. I agree with you 100%. And that's what volunteerism really, in my opinion, is all about. So with many cities, it's going for grants. And we go to the Capitol, and we go to Little Rock. In fact, we were here, or in Little Rock this week. Tiffany Calloway, who is our new Director of Community Relations, and I visited with the governor this week. And we were very clear that we needed money for the city of Jonesboro to do certain things. And he was very open. He and his chief of staff was there. And so we always make sure that we express to them what we're getting the money for. And in January, she and I and others will be going to D.C. to explain to all the federal agencies that we get money for to help. You cannot run a city, ladies and gentlemen, on sales tax. There's no way. The sales tax that we generate in the city of Jonesboro would not even pay the entire part of all of our salaries and our benefits and our people that provide. Because we have 580, some of the most blessed employees that I have to work with in this city. And they give their very hearts every day of the day. And so we have to go get money to do that. So we have to go to D.C. We have to talk to the Department of Education, Department of Justice, the HUD, is also one of our major sponsors, and it goes on and on and on. But what I want to say to you tonight, really, is that in 2017, this year, and I'm extremely pleased about that, because in 2016, I set up a task force for the homeless. And so in 2017, we started the HUB, which again is the Helping, Understanding, and Belong program. And because of that, we were able to secure a $96,000 grant through our continuum of care to help people who are homeless and direct them in services that they need in their need. And we also are working on another program that we'll be flying to Kansas City this next week, and that's to take care of our veterans in this town. And I promise that we will be building, and I keep saying, the tiny homes. And then I know that Tiffany's looked at me and said, that's not right, Mayor. Or I say many homes are, is that right, or the problem?
Homes for veterans.
Thank you. Homes for veterans. And so we're going to go over there, because I didn't see those in Charlotte, North Carolina. But again, what I want to say to you is that through the HUB, since we've started, people can go through there. How many have we seen? Over 500 people that we've directed these people to the right service at what they need in this town. So again, I could go on and on and on. I just want to say this with you. The more that I realize what you do in this community, and the more that I realize the truth of something that I really read long ago, and that is to love, to help, is the most beautiful emotion, in my opinion, in the world. So with that, let me just say to you, from the mayor's office, the city council, our 580 employees, thank you so much. God bless each and every one of you, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season. Thank you, and God bless you. Thank you.
Volunteerism is definitely something in our community that keeps it alive and well. So again, if you guys are interested in volunteering, please get in touch with Dante and Chelsea. If you guys can please stand up. Where are we located? Oh, there we go, back there. If you guys are interested in volunteering, get in touch with them and they'll give you the necessary information to get that process started. Also want to recognize Dr. Gabriel Tate. If you could, in your groups, please stand and wave. Where are you located? There we go. All right, there we go. We got him, Madison Gomez, Again, thank you guys for providing your invaluable photography to tell these stories like this at this particular event. Now again, it's time to recognize, appreciate, and honor our volunteers And we have a huge favor to ask, and I'm pretty sure many of you will not have any complaints about this, but try to get you guys out the door, moving in a timely manner, so all of our presenters, whatever your introductory speeches, keep it at 1 minute or less. And all of our volunteers receiving awards could just enter the stage to the right, exit to my left, and go to the back corner over there to get yourselves a photo opportunity. But first, we're about to present our first awards for the night. If you could join me in welcoming to the stage. We have Noel Richardson with Out of the Dark, Reverend Dr. Greg Oda with New Life Empowerment Center, and Sharon Tyman with the City of Jonesboro's Miracle League.
With the Out of the Dark Coalition. I'm actually the president, and I'm actually going to do some awards for our volunteer. They're actually our youth coalition, so that's kind of special for them. Xavier Roberts. And I have Jackie Sosa. Abigail. Planning all our events, so we're really, really proud of them. And they also helped, we actually received a grant, a federal grant, October 1 for $125,000, which is going to help us bring more prevention into our schools here in Craighead County, and it's all because of the work that our youth are doing. So.
All right.
Amen. 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 Amen again. Amen. All right. Who has the Bible? They said I have 1 minute, I'm taking 15. I'm Greg Oda. I'm the president and executive director of New Life Empowerment Development Center. All our volunteers didn't make the list, but I have a few here. One of them is Alison Fofana. He's not here tonight, he's at work, so we'll accept this on his behalf. Ms. Sharon Johnson. Alison volunteered over 200 hours so far. Sharon Johnson is our partner. He taught a whole class at Miller's Temple with over 400 hours of volunteering. The last but not the least is Bobby Hall. Did you come up here, please? Will you clap for her? Ms. Bobby is from Experience Works, but we pay her for the hours, but she stays over what she's paid for. I guess I'm not going to preach, I can let her.
Campbell, and I'm stepping in for Sharon Turner, who couldn't be with us tonight. But I have awards for volunteers for the Miracle League, and as you guys know, the Miracle League is a miracle of its own, as a gift for those with special needs and the local. The first Outstanding Volunteer Award for the Miracle League goes to Ashlyn Holt. And Christy Holt. We have 45 volunteer hours from the Arkansas State University baseball team, which also helps sponsor our students, children out there. Crowley's Ridge Cruisers volunteered 54 hours. Arkansas State University Occupational Therapy Team volunteered 15 hours. And Jimmy Ashley has put in 100 hours. We have 55 volunteer hours from WWAST. Any representatives of that organization? And I think we know that our record holder is Amelia Ballard, 891 volunteer hours. Also has been recognized this year as Arkansas Parks and Recs Volunteer of the Year. So she's known. And Jackie, I'll turn it over to you.
All right. Guys, give me another round of applause. Now this time, we want to recognize our sponsors who helped make this evening possible. If you could please stand as I call your name. St. Bernard's, Arcade, Out of the Dark, First Community Bank, they're not here tonight, but they're one, Centennial Bank, Family Inc., and Bank Works Out. Now again, let's get all We also have several table sponsors in the room that we should recognize as well. Again, would you guys please stand? Give me Pastor Curtis Wilson in the First Baptist Church. Pastor Elijah Allman in Carter CME Church. Here in the Miracle League. Brumling Smith and the Northeast Arkansas Veterans Action Clergy. Jeremy Biggs and Casa. KLMK Radio. And of course, Mayor Harold Parent. We also have representatives from the Mayor's Task Force to end the homelessness. Again, would you guys please stand? These folks are service providers and volunteers who have been giving of themselves tirelessly to create a better quality of life for all of our homeless population. So again, give all those people a And with that, we're going to continue on with another video from our guest.
I'm Roscoe Lane, and I'm one of these guys that just don't go to the doctor. I came to our here, well, I'm going to get them to refer me to a hearing aid doctor. While we were here, Melissa insisted on getting blood sent. You know, she referred me to Searcy for a hearing aid doctor, and then she got the blood test back. Called me in here, and and they talked to me, prostate cancer. But then he said it was in the kidney, one of my left kidney. And I said, okay, now what do we do now? And she said, well, we'll hook you up with a doctor. And they did. Well, actually, if you stop and think about it, and I didn't until the doctor went through it with me. He said, if you hadn't had the hearing problem, and then come up with the prostate problem, we'd have never known about the kidney. You know, they say, start having your prostate checked at 50. Don't wait that. I've been here, I've been to Augusta, Heber Springs, I mean, they're just fabulous. They do everything they can do for you.
Continuing with our volunteer recognitions again tonight, coming to the stage to present the next volunteer recognitions are Jeremy Biggs with CASA, Chief Rick Elliott, Jonesboro Police Department, and Brad Bauer, St. Bernard's.
Wow. I'm absolutely humbled and honored to be in this room of our community leaders, our civic leaders. My name is Angie Tate. I am an advocate coordinator for CASA, the 2nd Judicial District. We have about 102 volunteers that volunteer their time and their passions and their hearts to our kids in our community that are in foster care. In our district, we serve 5 counties. We have roughly 618 children that are in foster care in those 5 counties. We have 300, and we served 347 children this last year. Looking at numbers, I was looking through just the ones that were recognized with this honor. Just the volunteers that were recognized through CASA had 1,174 volunteer hours for this year. I fell in love with volunteering and found out what it was about at a very young age. I wanted to volunteer when I was about 10. Mom, I want to volunteer. Well, being a wonderful Southern Christian woman, she said, of course you can. You're going to volunteer by doing the dishes tonight after dinner. Oh, great. So that was my first experience with being a volunteer. Now I want to honor, I'm going to honor the ones that could not make it tonight as well, so bear with me. First name that I want to mention is Shannon Horton. And here with us tonight. Next we have Eva partners with her sister, which couldn't be here tonight, so I'm going to also recognize her with Brenda Parks. Next we have Cass Dulles. Shirley Parker. Thrower, which was not able to be here tonight, Jennifer Ray, Sarah Mangrew, and that's the best of it.
Good evening. I'd like to take this time to recognize the volunteers for the Jonesboro Police Department. 3 years ago, I started a program called Citizen Police Academy. And this is a program, it's a 12-week program, one night a week, for 3 or 4 hours a night, for 12 weeks. We bring in citizens from Jonesboro and put them through a curriculum explaining how the police department works. And through this program over the past 3 years, we've now graduated over 180 Jonesboro residents through the program. Many of these residents, or these graduates, have formed an alumni association, and I call them my ambassadors, because this group of volunteers, they assist the police department in several of the community outreach projects that we do year-round. And if it wasn't for them, it would be a huge strain on my resources. But we do have some outstanding volunteers. We have a lot of volunteers, a lot of them not being recognized tonight, but we do have some standouts in this alumni group that I'd like to recognize. Ms. Teresa Duncan. Ms. Cora Hester. Cater. After Elise went through the program, we had an opening in our records division, and she came so over to love the police department. We hired her on as a full-time employee in records, so I'm extra proud.
And I love my job.
Jimmy Ashley. Once again, Jimmy is a true volunteer for the city of Jonesboro. Not only the police department, but other aspects throughout the city. Jimmy gives his time to the city, and we certainly appreciate it. About every event that we've had since Jimmy's come through the program, he's been there for us and with us. And we couldn't do it without you, Jimmy. We certainly do appreciate you. Next on the list is Joan Potter. And last on the list is Cookie Keeter. Cookie is our president of our alumni association, and she didn't make it tonight. So again, I have many volunteers, not all of them recognized, but we do have a large alumni association, and they do many wonderful things for the city and for the police department, and I'm proud of every one of them.
Representing St. Bernard's and Total Life Healthcare. The individual that we'd like to recognize this afternoon, or tonight, I had the pleasure of working with on a daily basis. get to watch her care and compassion, dealing with our elderly population. But for tonight's award, started back in 2013 on a movie night, and turned into a 4-year commitment that has for awareness and education for human trafficking, and also has several mission trips in some of the local prisons, female prisons, to help educate and prevent trafficking for those just because they're vulnerable from that. So, my pleasure to introduce Audrey King.
Please join us on the stage, Reverend Curtis Wilson, First Baptist Church, Laganzi Kell with KLEK Radio, and Michael Sullivan, The Hub.
Good evening again. We're grateful for the work that the encouragers do throughout the Jonesboro public school system. They take time out of their busy schedule to go and have lunch with the students and encourage them to be on their best behavior and to do the very best that they can. So at this time, I'd like to recognize Mr. Terry Akins, Leonardo Glover, David Howard, David Jones, Bernice Lindsay, Georgia Lloyd, Emma Nellums, Sheila Thompson, Virginia Robertson, Bruce Seals, Irene Smith, Maxine Strickland is absent, Lenora Wilson is absent. Sister Memory Wilson is here, my better half. I'd like to present these certificates to you for Outstanding Volunteer Award. This certificate is awarded to all of you who do a great work as you visit the school and entertain the children. You can get these straight after you come through. David Howard. David Howard.
Ezekiel, General Manager of KLK 102.5. Well, thank you for that. Of course, I'm sure by now you all know what KLK is, so I'm not going to take up too much time talking about KLK. But what I do want to say is, without the people that we're recognizing, as well as the many others who help volunteer their time, KLK would not be possible. Each one of them is a blessing, and I'm just thankful to God for each and every one of these people in which I'm going to now recognize. So the first person is Mrs. Norma Farrell with 70 hours. Mrs. Farrell she's supported KLK since day one. Next is Brad Dow, who could not be here tonight. Next is Reverend Dr. Greg Ota. Reverend Ota volunteered again last year. It isn't like it. I learned that last year. There's no big speech this year. Just thank you for all that you do. Next is Dr. Sharice Jones Branch, who does our Black History Month. She also does our Black History post on our social media. I was sharing her some of the most popular stuff on our KLK Facebook page. Next is Shanita Hicks. Next with 50 hours is Shaquetta Cunningham. Next is Robin Kuykendall, who is not here tonight. Next with 250 hours is Amanda Donovan. Next with 250 hours is Brandon Tabor. I think he's the only man here who you can actually hear on 2 radio stations, KASU and KLK. He's Mr. Radio. Oh, Brother Cobb, you just know I'm calling your name next. With 250 hours, Bernard Cobbs. Next is Laisha Peoples, who could not be here. We have Michael Rowley, who also could not be here. Minister Patrick Bain, who also could not be here. Terrell Wilkes, who also could not be here. I'm getting on the street here. Veronica Chavez, who also could not be here. I have 2 more who actually are here. And the next is Allie Hooks. put up with me and through all my ups and downs and all other kinds of moods. Several people in this room, you've had the opportunity to be interviewed by this lady. When I first came up with the idea of community conversations, I told her, I said, I'm going to host this with you, but I'm going to eventually hand it off to you. And she's done better than I could ever expect it. I told her, I said, you're a better radio host than I am, because I'm dry and whatever. She's all perky and bubbly, and she just makes all the guests feel at home. So it is my great honor and privilege to honor Kabila Jones-Harden.
Our center, and we help them. We do trauma based, so we figure out what they need, and we send them out to the resources that are already in Jonesboro to get them what they need to become, not homeless. And it's so neat. We've placed people in jobs. We've done so many great things in housing, of course, and in different shelters. We've obtained grants. We're continuing to serve so many people in Jonesboro that truly need it, and we're so thankful for the volunteers and for the mayor to create this task force and what it became, and what it is now. To continue to grow in Jonesboro. We're so excited about that. We don't have a lot of volunteers here tonight, unfortunately, but there are a few, or at least one, I believe. But to start with, two that are not here, Miss Gwyneth Guasglin and Gwen Hughes, are tremendous volunteers, and they serve so many hours at the hub. So we thank them for their service. And Missy Drenkill, who is here tonight, Missy has gone above and beyond as a volunteer at the hub, and so thank you so much for what you do each day. And there's so many more than just these three, but there's so many hands that are down there doing such good work to it, and it's helping so many people. And so thank you to everyone who's a part of the hub and supports our mission. But Missy, if you'll come up, thank you.
I made the right choice.
I made the right choice. Alcohol, drugs, we choose not to use. I made the right choice. Drink, drugs, nah.
We choose not to use.
We should all choose not to use. Take action, Arkansas. Prevention works. Will you make the right choice? I made the right choice.
I made the right choice.
Make the right choice and say no to alcohol and other drugs.
Special award. At this time, we're going to invite last year's Volunteer of the Year, Greg Oda, and Mayor Karen to the stage to present the Volunteer of the Year award. So as you guys come on up here again, thank you guys so much for volunteerism. With that being said, you guys ready to figure out who got the bad boy this year? All right. Tonight, the Volunteer of the Year award goes to the one and only Kabila Harden. Conversations, a talk show that informs, empowers, and educates the community. Again, one more round of applause. Don't forget that if you want to volunteer, if you're interested, you can get in touch with Dante and Chelsea. They will get you in touch with a lot of information that you need to get that process started. But before we roll out, we're going to recognize the Gala Planning Committee at this time. The Grants and Community Development Department, we have Tiffany Calloway, please stand if you're here. Kenneth McCoy, Lindsay Bowser, Donnie Moore, Chelsea Chapman, Dante Baker, and Emma Agnew. Also, a major thank you to Dr. Tate and the A-State students for your hard work tonight, taking great pictures. And thank you to Azul and Midori. Again, you guys were fabulous. And in case anybody didn't know, fun fact, these are A-State students in the music department. So everybody's participation, so I want you to know, go ahead and get your stuff ready because we're going to do some fun, all right? In New Orleans, they have what they call a second line. Now, I just learned about this. I didn't know and had no idea about what it was, but it seems pretty cool. And for those of you who don't know what it is, it's a parade of folks who are not really a part of what's going on, but they form a second line behind the first line, and they strut their stuff just because they're looking to have a good time. Okay, so have we all had a good time tonight? Yes? All right, well, we're going to strut our stuff like we had a good time tonight. So Azul and Midori, they're going to close out with When the Saints Go Marching. And that's what we're going to play. And we're going to all get up and dance together again for the second line around the room and out the door. All right?